Since I was a young girl, I have been passionate about sports. Honestly, I don't really know why or how it came. Like my family, they were not really related to sports, but like I loved gymnastics as a girl. I loved playing soccer, volleyball, basketball. I even thought I was going to go to the WNBA one day, but I wasn't that good at all. um, I have been really in love about sports, but because of that, somehow I put in my mind the idea that I should go pro or that I should represent Brazil in the Olympics. I don't know where that came from, but like I always have been passionate about going for excellence and doing my best and going hard, really dedicating myself, putting a lot of effort in whatever I was doing. The thing is, these ideas that I decided somehow to put in my mind put on me a lot of pressure as well. At some point, this pressure was taking out the joy of just playing. I was so worried about like, okay, what do I have to do now to fulfill what I want in the future, that I wasn't really enjoying the process. Probably heard your coaches or teammates or parents, whatever, telling you, okay, you have to enjoy the process about the ride, not like the final destination and things like that. And that's really true. At some point, I was playing volleyball. Volleyball was the sport that I was really focused on, that I saw that I had an opportunity. I really thought I could go pro. I was almost deciding not go to college to play professional volleyball because that's how sport works in Brazil. And I don't know, I think God showed me that He didn't want me there because somehow I just lost interest. It was really crazy. So I decided to quit volleyball. I decided to go to college. And then when I started college, I found that I could play actually football. I had been in love for football since I was 12. But like a girl playing tackle football, that was not really an option. Probably some of you are thinking, wow, what? She plays football? Yeah. So my story has been like that. And in football, I didn't really have perspective of going pro or going to the Olympics because like we don't even have professional women's tackle football, or we don't have football in the Olympics. So I didn't have all these performance goals that I used to have in volleyball or other sports that I tried to play. And then in the process, God showed me that He had actually other things for me. I started coaching even as a young player. That might sound crazy for you, but that's how some things work in Brazil. We didn't have coaches, so I had to step up in my game, and I started teaching others the sport that I love, that was football. And what I'm sharing this because I realized that maybe like the goals that I had were not really the goals that the Lord had for me. So I was learning in the process how to just enjoy the things that God was providing and the opportunity that He was giving me through the sport. And then I decided that all the dreams that I had or the goals that I thought I wanted, I was going to put in His hands and just let Him guide me through it. And because of that, today I'm where I'm at. So right now, I'm one of the, I don't know, I want to say 10 professional coaches in the whole country of Brazil. I am the quarterbacks coach for the national men's tackle football team. I'm the quarterback for the national flag football team. And honestly, that was not even the goal. Not when I started football, but then my passion was aligned with what God wanted for me to do, and things just happened. It was not easy. It didn't come fast. But I don't know. I just saw Him working with me during the process. And the message that I want to share is that sometimes we get so stuck thinking about what might happen in the future that we don't really enjoy what's happening today. And I've learned some years ago a sentence that I wish I knew when I was younger. It is be where your feet are. It means do your best where you are right now at your school, at your college, with your team, with your family, because you don't really know what God has for you in the future. And sometimes we get stuck thinking about do I need to do today for the future, that you don't really do your best for your reality right now. And one thing not necessarily leads to the other. And we can get really anxious. I don't know about you, but I get really anxious when I think too much about the future. And the fact is, I don't have control about what's going to happen. And I want to share a verse that really helped me through these years to understand, and it brought me peace in the process too. It is in Philippians 4, 8 until 6 until 8. So be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Another thing is that we put some ideas in our minds sometimes that are not true. We put some lies inside our minds, and we trust things that we shouldn't. So I like the verse 8 that says, "Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are good, of good report, if there is any virtue and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things."